man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's the rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, you know, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos. Some of the videos in the All-Stars will too. And priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No instant, that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more. So here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace.
All right, man. Let's if you can mute Metro, that's fine, bro. Or get the background. You can mute. Yeah, let's talk about Crawford. Did an interview with did 2 interviews. Raheem Sheldrake Phelps, if you don't know, tomorrow is Amir Khan and Kell Brook. He's been helping train Amir Khan. I mean, I've been hearing Johnny Nelson telling Amir Khan not to trust his trainer because Bomac accused him of quitting versus Terence Crawford and then joining him, and whatever the situation may or may not be. But they are fighting, and Crawford is over in the UK where he got a ton of love over there. So when he was at the Amir Khan Kell Brook Open workout, I see if I can find out the purses for Khan and Brook, and I have a video up in the morning, Lord willing. So yeah, he talked about fighting Spence. Also, it's been a little bit of pushback about how Jaron Ennis deserves a shot versus Errol Spence. I seen going on the internet saying that he didn't, basically saying he need to fight Bud or don't need to fight Errol Spence. Also, shout out to Marcos. Fight Hub TV had they posted a poll saying that they posted a poll, and like a whopping percentage of people here, I'll show it to you live. Oh, give me 1 second. A whopping number of people wanted they want to see him fight Jaron Ennis fight Bud. So you see the poll right here if you're watching on Twitch or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever hell we streaming on. If you're watching, if you're listening, I'll kind of talk about it. So, it says Jaron Ennis versus who. Watch Ennis respond in the comments. So, most people, let's just pick a name. So look at this. 40% to 46% of people, it's a 19,000 poll. Marco's got a great following. So for almost half of the field wants Ennis to fight Crawford, right? 19% want him to fight Spence. 24% retired Porter because his comments, which it was more about him. It wasn't about Spence being Porter being overrated. It's about the fans. 11% want him to fight Ugas. So yeah, like I said before, of course there is of course, internet game baggers want him to fight Bud, but he about to be Spence mandatory, and you can't run from the facts. You can't stop the rain. And once if Crawford turn his water off, and then what is it then at that point? What is it? It's pretty much like You know, he was overrated anyway. He was green. He was young. You know, they want every fight out here, but the fight that, you know, but the supreme and the premium fights. You know, and that's just the honest truth. But shout out to everybody in the chat so far. Shout out to here to there. Salute. D, what's going on, sis? Thomas Moreland, salute. He said you probably can't see this. I haven't been in. I've been in here for 20 minutes. Okay, appreciate it. I think Bud with surprise boots, but Spencer Boots is good too. You know, but we'll, you know, at the end of the day, you know, he honing in on Crawford belt, and plus then you still got to deal with Showtime. Then why can I negotiate with Showtime for Jaron Ennis and not not for Errol Spence. You know, and that's just the honest opinion. That's the honest opinion about pretty much about everything. But yeah, man, we here, bro. We here, and I said Errol Spence. He has some. And Terence Crawford, he said Errol Spence wasn't ducking him, and it's the politics and everything holding up the fight. They haven't discussed the split. They haven't done a lot of things. At the end of the day, he also talked about fighting Castano and Charlo winner, which it looked like they're not going to allow Tim Tszyu to step in and fight Charlo, which I pretty much figured that. And you probably say, well, why? You know, it's you don't ask the champion to call an audible in the 23rd hour to fight a guy like Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, you know, willingness to step up to the plate and take on Jermell Charlo so quick, you know, I think that might cause red flags. They must really feel that you know, he's 100% ready. So, you know, kind of Enigma said they're using Boost because they don't want Earl to fight Bud or Boost fighting Earl. We know what this is true. Let's get this started. All right, appreciate everybody, man. You know, and it is what it is. You know, they're using him how Eddie Hearn was using Dillian White to protect AJ, and how they had an issue with Dillian White protecting AJ. They had an issue with that, and then they turn around and don't have an issue with this, bro. At the end of the day, man, we shouldn't be shying away from big fights. And Ugas definitely deserve his spot. He beat Pacquiao. He, you know, as of right now, there's no other opponent that he can beat in the welterweight division that will make his stock as high as it is right now. Not Errol Spence, not Terence Crawford, none of them. So, you know, when you look at it in its totality, Ugas is a player in the game, and Ugas is bringing the belt to the table, and he deserved the spot that he at. And Errol Spence don't owe us to fight anybody in the combination that we want to see for. He don't owe us nothing, bro. So he can do as he please, and you know, for the most part, you know, we just really at his mercy, him and Crawford mercy, to see what actually happens next. So, I mean, I said if he got to fight Boots to get Crawford, to get Errol Spence. I think that's what he'd have to do. And then I see a lot of videos too. They're using the name Boots to attack Bud, and that's what they're gonna continue to do, bro. I mean, you know, it was Kell Brook at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't fought nobody as good as Kell Brook and this, that, and the third. You know, it's all the names always change. It's no difference in what they do to Canelo. You know, if Canelo take Benavidez, if he take the Benavidez and Charlo deal, you know, then if he do, then you got a portion of people saying you ducking Bevel, you ducking 75 undisputed, you ducking whoever, you know, they always come up with names, you know, and this is one of the reasons that, you know, these boogeyman guys, you know, they spark out because they become stagnant. They get to fight a lower level competition. They get paid a lot more money. They get paid a lot more money to fight lesser competition, and they don't continue to, and they become less active, and they don't continue to hone their skills versus elite competitions, bro. And that's just, for the most part, what it is. You know, that's just for the most part what it is, bro. So, I mean, we just pretty much gotta wait and see, bro. We pretty much gotta wait and see exactly what boiled down. But he said it's just the politics. He said they want to clean up their side of the street, and you know, he got to sit there and wait, and that's what you're gonna have to do. You know, if he got to sit there and wait, he got to sit there and wait. Just messed up. If he got to fight Boots, he got to fight Boots. If he want to retire, he can retire, bro. That's pretty much up to him.
I don't give a fuck.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be this might set the bar for Ennis and Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, brother?
What up, man?
You see the interviews?
Yeah, I saw him.
What you think?
You know, I think Crawford is being diplomatic. And at the same time, he knows that you know, he knows basically that Al Haymon is still holding no matter what. No matter Spence can say Spence can say, yeah, I want to fight, but it's easy to do that when you know you don't have you have no say in the decision, none, and so Crawford being diplomatic about it, but we already see the game plan is in motion. Ugas, then it's Thurman, then move up, or no Thurman, then move up. That's what it's gonna be, and the fanboy, the PBC fanboys, they fail to realize they're in denial about the fact that, look, if you look at the way the contracts are written by Al Haymon for all of his fighters, it is very clear that they cannot make any decisions about fights, like they can't even initiate anything in terms of endorsements, and they have no. And not only that, he's resetting the pay scale, right in front of them now. So, all of this other stuff is just cap, and then then two, Crawford. I mean, him and his team. I bet you MTK Global probably looking. They looking at what Canelo's doing. They're looking at Devin Haney's situation, and they're looking at their own situation, and they probably realize, look, man, it ain't happening. We gonna pursue our course. If he can get the fight, sure, we'll make it. But they know, they pretty much know it's not gonna happen. And another thing, I don't think Spencer's gonna be able to get a license outside of Texas because of his eye.
Yeah, that's something that's going around as well too, which I mean only time will tell. You have to fight in like how Ali did with what's my man's name? He fought before he fought Joe Frazier when he couldn't get a license nowhere major. He had to fight like Georgia, who don't have major commissions. I mean, Arkansas, stuff. Something because Nevada is the platinum standard in America for them in New York City. For a long time, New York City, it was Al Haymon who helped the UFC put their first event on in New York City because they wouldn't sanction it or nothing like that. So yeah, they're the platinum standard. That's why Tyson Fury is going to be able to get his UK license back because he's in good standing with Nevada, and that's how much power Nevada got. So they are very thorough. I mean, if you watch the 24/7s with Mayweather historically, doing the physicals and everything he got to go through, it shows how thorough it is. So you probably think of like Vegas, Nevada, New York, then maybe California. I think they all have different things. Like I think in Nevada at one point you was able to drink Gatorade in the corner. At one point you could use a different bottle at one point. So Texas is very lenient on a lot of things, gun laws, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot, they was lenient during the pandemic, so I mean that's like a little, assumption people making around, like he can't fight in Vegas because his eye, but obviously there are different commissions that he could go to, and they probably gonna be lenient on his eye. And obviously they all, in boxing terms, they are remote locations. It'll be Arkansas, New Mexico, Washington, Portland, Alaska, Georgia, Alabama, all places who don't have the most thoroughest, rules for their commission. So, I mean, there's a rumor going around too. It seemed like they would have to fight like where? Like Minute Maid Stadium, the Toyota Center, Alamo Dome. I think to get Crawford to fight in AT&T Stadium, I think that'd be I think you have to pay him to fight in somebody else's backyard, but also it's more satisfying as well too.
Right. Yeah, because that's the thing too. If you had that fight in Spence's backyard and he parked Spence, woo!
Yeah, it has to be a one. I think for him it'll be a one-on-one. I think Nebraska is one of those remote locations that don't have the thoroughest rules as well. I'm assuming there, but it'll have to be a 1-on-1. But like most situations where they do line up rematches, like in the case of Camboso, whoever the hell he ends up fighting, a lot of times the rematches don't happen. Like with Carl Froch and Lucian Bute, Froch dog walked Bute so bad he didn't want to do the rematch. So that's why you probably don't mind fighting Camboso twice in Australia, or you don't really worried about rematches.
I agree there. I remember the Bute fight.
Yeah, and Ward tried. That's kind of Ward. People talk about Andrade mismanaged his career. Ward was able to not fight abroad or not fight in different places because of his gold medal. That's just what it was.
Yep.
Gold medal.
That's exactly what it was.
Leverage. It gave him leverage. So when you comparing that to other fighters, bro, I mean, a gold medal is worth the risk. Shakur Stevenson had a silver. He is allowed to get a fight that Crawford and Spence may not have gotten in their career, may not get a fight like Oscar Valdez. That's a prominent fight, in the lower weight classes, man. He getting this, and he was 24, 25 years old. What if Colbert rolled around again? What's going on, Dr. Blick?
Oh, good. What you guys talking about?
Crawford and the Crawford interview.
Oh, what did you say?
You buzzing a little bit, bro. I don't know.
I'm buzzing.
Yeah, you good now.
Oh. Yeah. I said, what did he say?
Here, I send it to you. You can watch them and come back. You might as well just fast forward to the just fast forward to the middle. That's pretty much, they not long at all. You just fast. He pretty much he did real talk. He pretty much said that he said kind of two different things, but the same thing. If in a couple of interviews, he basically said that he talked about Amir Khan and Kell Brook in the beginning. He basically said that Spence isn't holding up the fight. It's politics. They never discussed the split. If the fight don't happen, then he will look to fight Castano and Charlo. Obviously, that's all one in the same company. And as of right now, Tim Tszyu said he'd step in and fight. He said he would step in and fight Charlo, but now it seemed like Charlo not gonna fight Tim Tszyu on a month notice. I mean, obviously, no matter how easy of a fight we think Tim Tszyu is, I think asking a champion to do that. What if Tim Tszyu beat Charlo?
You will start crying again.
Them belts going right over to Australia.
Start crying again.
And he would go and he'd do the same kind of thing Cambosos was doing too.
Oh man, that guy's gonna lose his belt, man.
Get him from him.
That guy's gonna lose his belt, man. Every time when nobody ends up winning the belt, man, they all think they're this shit. And then they end up losing the next fight.
So and then he also talked about Fred and the LDBC. He said that the racial divide and that as long as we got YouTubers, make sure I hit the thumbs up button. As long as we got the YouTube box community with their boxing pages, that's creating segregation between Top Rank and PBC, and as long as we don't boycott. I'm paraphrasing, but he said we don't boycott the Spence fights and other fights until we get the fight that we want. Then there ain't nothing he can do. He said if he retired without the Crawford fight on his resume, he'll be happy. He said he can't say the same thing about Crawford. He said he moved up 35, 40, 47 and conquered a couple divisions. He said him missing this fight don't define him. It don't. He said for Spence it do, because he stayed at 47 his whole career. And Michelle Joy Phelps was like, we want to see the fight. And Radio Raheem said, the sound. He said the way that he was describing how the fight, may happen, because he said he believed the fight will happen. The way he said he sound, this shit was funny. You got to watch the Radio Raheem version. He said it sounded a lot like Kell Brook and Amir Khan. He said because Crawford was saying we gonna say this fight for last. They want to say the fight for last, and he one of the guys that want to go straight for him. He said it sounds just like Amir Khan and Kell Brook, like you gonna fight 10 years.
What's his name?
Crawford he said he won't be in boxing in 10 years.
In 10 years, he said no. He said that the funniest part was he said that He said this fight with it looks like Spence fight looks like a mere kind of Kell Brook. Maybe probably gonna happen 10 years down the line. He said, hold on, I'm not even gonna be boxing in 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So like I said before, at the end of the day, now I sound like he kind of, I don't want to say kissing ass, but yeah, being diplomatic because maybe something might be in the work. Maybe something already done.
I think I don't know that I think that may be more from his side than whether anything is actually going to happen or not, because the thing of it is the roadmap is there for Spence, and Errol Spence has no say over who he fights and when, and when it comes down to cashing him out of boxing to get $20 or $30 million, he gonna have to sell his. He gonna have to fight Canelo for that and get beat down.
He's the bargaining chip. He's the ultimate bargaining chip. I heard Canelo's supposed to make a decision today, but who the hell knows? But you're right. In the live I deleted last night, it's on Spotify, bro. The link should be popping up in the description. Or I pin it in the description after the video go off so I can watch that. So yeah, you're right, bro. Like, that's their bargaining chip, and he don't. I mean, who was just talking about how oh yeah, somebody behind the scenes, I just leave it like that, said that, Spence knew that he wasn't going to be fighting Keith Thurman back then. You know what I'm saying? He knew the plan that Al laid out that it was going to happen down the line. He just played the role. So, I mean, that's boxing.
Spence is a company man, and he told you that. He says, look, in the video, he says, in the video, he tell you, look, I will never go against Al Haymon. And and we've seen that.
Yeah, and Kenny Porter said a long time ago, he told us that he was a protected fighter. And I think they had a plan for him, and the plan was for him to take the baton from Floyd Mayweather and be the guy. That was the plan, and and I think I think at one point they had a plan for Keith Thurman to kind of, Keith Thurman, the Charlo twins, to be the guy. Like I said in my other live the other day, I probably deleted. Without Wilder, man, they'd be in a lot of trouble, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of trouble. Without Wilder, they dog Wilder out.
One thing about Crawford, I think too. I think he's being diplomatic, but I know he's got to know that the LBDC clowns, them folks. They want to see him, destitute. Trust me, this ain't just we boxing fans. Them folks got something else going on. They really don't. They when you got the audacity and the unmitigated gall to talk about that man's family the way people do, the way he talk about what he does with his money. All of this stuff, it's not just about them supporting PBC and Errol Spence and being Haymonites. They got contempt for that man.
And it's over. It all started when he didn't get Tom Bennett's an interview. He brushed him off in Fresno. I forget what fight that was. And Tom said that he said that he really he let it go. He said he didn't really take no flack from it, but they ran off with it, bro. They ran off with it, and they said when he didn't give him an interview, and then they would ask Bomac or Bernie right now to get him an interview, and Terence Crawford would say no, they took it personal. I remember Regis Progress blew him off for an interview, and they said they ain't gonna support Regis Progress because he blew him off for an interview, and I just don't think it should work like that. And Bob Arum said as part of that press release for the lawsuit, he said that they would have begged Crawford to do interviews, and he wouldn't do them. He'd rather just work out and not do the interviews. So it's not like he just blowing off the new media, he blowing off the media that they asking him to do shit for. You see what I'm saying? So it's consistent, you know, and they got personal, bro, because you can't. I'm not gonna allow you to monetize my name, and it could have been a test. Like, I'm not gonna interview with them. I'm gonna see their reaction. Their reaction is F them, and it could have been like next time we catch up with Crawford and hopefully do something. Errol Spence will just interview with everybody. That's why he got popular. The sparring rumors, you know, beating up Floyd, knocking out Adrian Broner, and he was take time. He got in Negro Fight Fan truck, did an interview, did interviews. He got in. He did interviews
like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, he did an interview with Correa. Remember that day he called in? But I think you was asleep. I think you wasn't there. Remember when Andre fought Walter K?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, we all was on. Who was on? Was it Corey or World Breaker channel?
It was World Breakers. Yeah, we hopped up the live because that undercard was so long and so trash.
Yeah, and because it came, that's kind of the same day. That's kind of when the same time I started to disband because I couldn't have an opinion. They was taking like petty shots, but what had happened was during the Walter K. Carter Andrade fight, that's when Billy Joe popped out and they replaced it with the African cat. It's the same day that Floyd Mayweather went to TMZ and said they're not doing the Spence fight, right? This one is really started that Spence really started ducking, and it was evidence and it was proof, and you know, so it got to the point where 7-8 and Negro Fight Fan got they got, you know, Errol Spence to call in, and it sounded like he didn't want to do the interview, and he basically said that he taking the easy route. He pretty much said what he said to Crawford face, and he said that he gonna fight Sean Porter. And then, you know, Negro tried to turn it, and everybody knew what the man said. He said it out as it wasn't no mix of words. He basically said he was on a different trajectory that he's still on now, obviously because of the accidents. And they got mad because I called a spade a spade. I wasn't kiss no ass. Right. I said he ducking. He confirmed it.
Right. And Crawford's not going to do that either. And then too, you best believe MTK Global probably said, look, this is they've laid it out for him. And think about this. Here he is a free agent. He's not with a promotional company and still no fight. You've been right all along about this whole thing.
Yeah, he said that he may be looking at coming back in May. I think the reception that he got, make sure I thumbs up the video. I think the reception he got in the UK, I mean, that might be something new because Clarissa Shields is migrating over there. Regis Progress sound like he's gonna be fighting over in Dubai for a while. We all know they aligned with that whatever that company they was with. So I think Clarissa Shields and Terence Crawford and Regis Progress, Riggin Diao fight was supposed to be fighting this month. I don't know if he fought over there. There's some rumors about didn't he get loose to Casimir? Some rumors about Casimir doing some things that haven't been confirmed. So I will never say what he did. I would just say I'm just not gonna say, you know, when you'll see the news if it's true or not true that he fled the Philippines. That's allegedly what's being said. But yeah, I mean, it might be the new trend to go over there, do an Alexander O'Neal and rebuild your career in the UK. That's what Alexander O'Neal did. He said when he flaked out in the 90s, you know, he moved to the UK and they were supporting him. Bilal D said the reason I like Mela 54 ideas because they always act like Spence is the only boxer with options and can call the shots, but he has options too. I mean, yeah, everybody had choices, like, you know, but like I said before, when they let Charlo fight Crawford, which I think Charlo should be favored in that fight. No offense to Crawford, I just got to keep it real. You know, it's not impossible, but you know, them dudes, some big guys up there. They're gonna make sure Bud doesn't get them belts, even if it means Boots get them. And then the thing about it is too, you know, he said that he said something else, bro. Just escaped my mind, man. But you can also listen to this on Spotify, Anchor, at Goodfella TV Podcast. You listen on the podcast, you can find me on Twitch, Goodfella_TV 313, YouTube, Goodfella TV. But he has said something else at the end of that interview. But you know, like I said before, he does have options, and it may not be the options that you like, but I mean, unfortunately, it is, you know, for him, it is what it is. You know, he being really nice to the guy. And
if he get listen, if I'm him and I know I can go get my fight guarantee at $6 million in the UK, I'm going to get that, and I ain't thinking about nothing else because I got a family to take care of. I got folks who train me. I got them. You know, I ain't got time to be playing around trying to chase this clown, knowing that, his promoter is basically got him by the neck and is never gonna let them two in the ring.
Yeah, he said that this is what he said. He said he did everything people asked him to do. He left Top Rank, he a free agent. He said he did everything that he was asked to do.
And on one respect, he is right. He did do everything that he asked him to do. But at the end of the day, them LDBC dudes, let's keep it a buck.
And so
Terence is more.
And when you look at PBC.
Hold on, let Chris go. Go ahead, Chris. Then I'll go back to Metro.
Sorry about that, Metro. Hope everything is good with all y'all today, but this is how I'm going to break that down. He was right on a lot of the things he was saying, but at the end of the day, why do you have to sue Bob Arum? Then you say, "Oh, black people want to tear people down." Isn't that contradictory to everything that you're doing? But that's neither here nor there. But now you have to look at it like this, Terence. You come from the inner city, and you know exactly how these people play. You know exactly how they play favorites and everything. So at the end of the day, you should have known this was going to happen to you. But hey, one thing people may not want to hear, or even Terence may not want to hear, you're more like them than you're not. So at the end of the day, you knew what they were capable of doing, and you knew all of this. So at the end of the day, if it was really like this, you should have acquiesced and go to PBC. But at the end of the day, you were making more money with Top Rank.
I mean, even now he's free to go to PBC. It's, to our knowledge, there's still nothing in play.
Right.
Definitely. But at the end of the day, we have to look at it.
I ain't never seen this in boxing where you got, I've been watching boxing since the 70s. And I've never seen a situation where you got folks who don't like a fighter because they won't give an interview.
That's what it boiled down. That's the only way it got boiled down to. That's the only thing. And then you wonder if he did give an interview, like, then what?
Mm-hmm.
Then what? I mean, like I said before, PBC is done in 2022. They done what? Well, Showtime have done what? 4 sub 100,000 pay-per-views.
Hello.
I heard Keith Thurman did 30. The rumors Ortiz Martin did 25. Well, going into late last year, Jake Paul did 65. Tank did what? Around 65, 50, 55,000. So,
I think people made up money.
Yeah,
but you also got to look at it like this. Why am I going?
Else, though? The chasing Canelo like Al Haymon has been doing. I would tell you this right now. Don't be surprised that he don't take any of the fights with Benavidez and Charlo, and he can go right in and get 100 plus with Jake Paul. Don't think he ain't above doing that.
Shoot, he can make them come over there. If it's really like that, he can do whatever he want to do. Canelo, man, like I said, until these black fighters and start banging with each other in the higher weight class, Canelo could do whatever he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand, Canelo.
A lot of these people do not understand that without the fighter, there is no boxing.
That's a fact. But you have to understand this though.
My whole point is, these guys step in the ring. These men and women, they stepping in the ring. They training. This is their livelihood. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the sport, so I want them to get paid. Period. Point blank.
But understand this, Canelo.
But
he's not doing at all.
Hold on. Can you hear? Can you hear him?
Yo, can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear him?
Can you hear me now? All right, wait. I'm about to be right back.
Metro, can you hear Chris?
Nope.
Oh, he can't hear you, bro. I don't know because I was kind of back out and come back in, Chris. That's crazy. Read some comments. Said they gonna make sure Bud don't get these belts, which even mean Bulls get. I mean, at the end of the day, bro. I remember we was talking about this earlier, with Sean, and they were saying that Virgil Ortiz had pulled out he had Doug Crawford before. That was Oscar De La Hoya that did that. They said they feel like he was ready. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean,
and you know what? Go ahead.
But fighting Virgil in Dallas might. I mean, at the end of the day, if you got to smoke out Spence at this point, bro, I mean, I mean, I just think it is what it is at this point. Only he know the dialogue that they going on, and he being diplomatic because this is his only choice. And I do think before he did what he did versus Bob Arum, I do think that he should have waited. He should have said, "Hey, Bob, bro, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can make this happen." You know, it made it happen. But right now, he a man that's gonna have to really live up to world title.
Mm-hmm.
And that mean doing the winky right, going to different places, and fighting in Australia, Japan to pay Crawford to come out there. They paying $103 million for the Murata, so he gonna have to be a world champion, bro. And I think they can respect that.
Whoa, hold on.
Might as well just go up and fight Charlo, man.
Golovkin,
that's PBC too.
They're gonna split 100. They're gonna split 103 million.
I don't know. I know they put Charlo in there with him. Nope, I don't know, but I know they for the event they spent $130 million on the event.
So do you think they had an idea that was going to retire? Is that what
Golovkin's fight guarantee is $15 million a fight with DAZN, and he coming to the end of that.
Can you hear Metro? Can you hear Dr. Blick, Metro?
Nope.
Just come back in, bro.
No, I was just saying that. Do you think they put Sean Porter in there with him because they knew Sean Porter was going to retire, or the possibility of him retiring?
No, I think Sean. Did you hear that?
I heard him briefly.
Okay.
Staticky.
Oh yeah, come back in, bro. Just come back in. Just kick. I'm gonna kick you and just come back in. So I mean, I just think I do think that's what's up, Sean. I do think that's a part of the case, bro. That they knew Sean was retiring and Sean, who else Sean was gonna get this type of money? Sean knew the money was funny, bro. Sean knew the money was going down. Who else is gonna pay Sean? What Sean get paid? A guarantee of $5 million, bro?
They be paying these fighters too much.
I mean, shit. Sean knew this. Sean knew money was gonna the money pay scale was gonna change. Make sure I thumbs up the video. You think Sean retired? Sean retired was just an anomaly that Sean physically going into the Crawford fight. Sean looked fast and quicker than ever, bro. Sean knew that the money was funny, bro. Sean knew that the money was funny, bro. Sean knew all of that.
Logan. They can't even pay Logan Paul.
Huh? Oh, I mean, yeah. That's messed up, Logan. Like,
put some respect on my name.
Yeah, he said, I heard Loma might have issues fighting Kambosos because of possible war, Ukraine and Russia, also to fight with Usyk. I mean, yeah. I didn't know nothing about that, but I do know they have avid protests over there. So, I mean, would that bring you right back to Devin Haney? I don't know. I'm so low. He said Shakur is about to have his third title. He's going to be climbing pound for pound. He's going to fight Lomachenko if everything go right with the Kambosos.
What's his name's going to start popping them that oranges.
What's up, brother Henry?
What's good?
He said Drizzy KO say, "Oh, Ish, how I forget the 126? Interesting how he Gary Russell never really called out each other." Or maybe I'm wrong. Who you talking about? Leo Santa Cruz? Who you talking about? I don't know. But they said I heard that Gary Russell be pricing himself out anytime it's a solid fight. Mr. Sheldon, what's going on? Salute. D-Ray Promotion, salute. What's going on? Make sure I thumbs up the video. So, like I said before, it's just at the end of the day, bro, we just need to know, like, bro, are y'all? If it's any, we don't need to be pillow talk. We don't need to be.
Okay, this one's TV.
I guess I don't know what's going on with him, but he's staticky. But like I said before, we just need to know something, bro. This is what Crawford came in 2018, Carter shot 2017. We just need to know something, bro. And at the end of the day, if we gonna get something after the fight, I'm fine with that. They get in the ring. If he gonna move up, if he gonna fight Keith, I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, we need to know something. And Crawford is right. The division within the box community, I don't even think it's a black or white thing, or creating a sub war with Top Rank and PBC, nothing like that. I just think the most pathetic thing, because the Top Rank PBC thing has been a thing since Bob Arum been player hating on Al Haymon and got him pushed off of HBO. It's been a thing for years, bro. It's been fans that's why a lot of people don't like Bob Arum. But at the same time, bro, we just it's that when did we stop wanting the best fights? When did that happen, bro? When did we stop wanting premier fights? When we stop wanting black fighters to fight black fighters, bro? And like I said before, everybody was on board for AJ and Wilder to fight. Why ain't everybody on board for this?
I still want to see that fight.
The reason why people ain't on board because it's not.
Hold on, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let Henry go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Blake.
No, I was gonna say, I still want to see that fight, man. According to Sugar Hill, he reckons that in his opinion, Wilder need to get some rest. That he reckons they should be fine to continue fighting.
Have you seen that man face? Have you just seen him talk, bro?
Who, Wilder?
Wilder look like Wilder got some years beat off his ass. I'm just being real, man.
I haven't seen him talk. Why? Was that bad?
He just look like he tired, bro. He don't look like the same fighter that walked in the trilogy, bro.
That's what he asked for, though. He asked for an ass beating. He got it. Like, if you want it, you got it. He didn't have to take that ass beating, though. Like, my thing is with Deontay Wilder, he didn't have to take that ass beating. At the end of the day, he had a better chance of beating Anthony Joshua than getting smashed up to pieces by a guy who was 270 twice, bro. Like, do you not understand all that weight hitting you in the side of your head, bro? He's never going to be the same again, and he asked for it. And he fired the only guy that would have saved him from this. Like, on some real dumb machismo stuff. Like what type of person fires a guy that saves your life? Only black people would do some shit like that. Like, what's going on? Like, the level of this retardation that guy was on, like, you can only class it like that.
You said but in the last the Kevin Hart thing, the Coda's Bulls, Wilder didn't seem too bad there.
He just looked like, you gotta just look at his face, bro. Just like, I don't know, he just looked a little bit tired, bro. Maybe you just need to get some rest. I heard Sugar Hill say he only had one hard fight or one fight. Man, shit, he had. I mean, that's bull. He had to fight first. He had to earn a Duhampus win. He had to earn an Arthur.
No, but he was beating his ass majority.
He had to earn it. I don't agree with that. He only had like 1 or 2 hard fights, bro.
No,
he made those fights hard. He made those fights harder because he wasn't as skilled. But if we're talking about hard fights, he's right on that. He's right. Like the hardest fight he really had.
I disagree. I think a hard fight is a hard fight, but Fury ain't had no hard. Hold on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say those fights didn't really take like a lot out of him. Like those, obviously he had all them hand injuries, but other than that, it wasn't like he was taking like he was getting his ass beaten in those fights.
Duhapis fight, he was beating Duhapis. That's why he was tired.
He had to work for it though.
I see what you mean by that. I just feel like he just probably put on a little bit of weight.
Like I said before, man. I mean, I don't want to make it about Wilder, but like I said, he had to earn. In my opinion, I think, man, he took some punishment, bro. But like I said before, Tyson Fury ain't had no hard fight other than let's go fight.
Because you have to look at it like this.
I think he took some damage.
Let me just say this too about Wilder. The emotional toll that them 3 fights took on him, it's not over. You don't. When you take the kind of punishment he did in those 2 fights plus the emotional toll of it all, that's gonna go with him. That's gonna follow. If he can't accept
that he lost.
Did he apologize?
No, he just said he cheated again.
Wait, when?
You talking about you can't accept that you lost, but at the same time, you out here, and then you talking about dying. Let me fall on my sword, dude. You crazy? That dude.
Nah, to be fair, he's not the only. There are fighters out there.
He's gonna need talk therapy. He gonna need talk therapy, bro. I'm telling you.
Diego Corrales wasn't happy when that fight started.
Floyd, stepdaddy.
No, but at the end of the day, Diego Corrales handled that loss a lot better than how Homie handled the loss.
But the big thing about it was Diego Corrales was ready to move up too, so that probably just kind of like massaged his ego a little bit. But hold on, Robin say, no, chill in Wilder. Wilder, he believed in himself. He was proven wrong. Now he must decide to shoot. Hopefully he can he'll continue to work on his skill. It's too late to work on your skill set. It's too late, in my opinion. And then on the same time,
not say we're gonna say.
He, but for the most part, he just still said he cheated, bro. I gotta find that clip where he said he cheated. He was doing no viral stuff. He said the politics and boxing and cheat. But the biggest issue, Dr. Blick, is the money, bro. They were scraping up money to pay Wilder. Now they're not gonna scrape and pay him like a draw.
See,
because at the end of the day, you lost your value.
Would you comfortably
But here's the thing about that. Oh, go ahead, Blick.
I was gonna say, would you comfortably bet that AJ will beat Wilder
right now?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. They both
50-50, bro.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 at this point, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that fight is kind of like how people in the UK view Khan and Brook, because people are not sure if Brook's durability is just as bad as Khan's at this point.
It's Crawford versus Brook's eyes. That's it.
My thing is this: the shot that Crawford hit him with, that wasn't no jab though, bro.
Right.
That was a short hit.
If you look at the press conferences, man, like Amir Khan's living rent free in Kell Brook's head, man.
Yes,
he looks so angry.
But one thing we know about you, I really can't say I can't really call Brook a quitter because he broke his eye, nigga. Like, come on, I can't really call you a quitter for breaking up, but we do know for a fact that Amir Khan joined a team that he quit against. That's a fact. Can't nobody.
Listen. I just want to say a couple things on that. Eddie, that's one of my beefs with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn did. I remember what Kell Brook was before going into the Porter fight, and I'm like, this dude gonna be something. And he walked him into that, and he ain't never been the same since then. Now there are people in London who say he should have took more risks, but I'm sorry, you don't take that risk. Saying that,
you have
going
to
back to
understand,
Wilder,
though, Metro, how many times this guy was supposed to fight Devin Alexander? How many times he was supposed to fight?
Right.
But exactly. he pulled out of those fights due to injury. He should have never been at 47 for that long. Let's keep it a buck. He should have been left 47 a long time ago.
But that's money. That's money though. That's the money division.
54, he said the guys at 54 are too big.
Mm-hmm. Bro, you remember Sergey Radchenko? Tony Harrison stopped Radchenko in 9 rounds. This guy stopped Radchenko in 2 at 154. Remember when he at the end of the day, his size and his frame was for 154 and 160. Unfortunately,
that's the money. He can't be.
What they're saying as well. They're saying that one of the major reasons why Amir Khan didn't want to fight Kell Brook is because Amir Khan wanted to be recognized as the #1 British welterweight.
I don't blame him because he knew. Let's keep it a buck. Prime Kell Brook beats Prime Amir Khan. Let's not get this destroyed at all. That dude was very sharp, very accurate, and if you keep it a buck, he lumped up Terence Crawford, and Crawford caught him with one of them hard awkward shots and got him the hell up out of there. It is what it is.
He made the adjustment.
One thing I will say, Prime Amir Khan in the early rounds will probably give him a problem, but he's still getting stopped.
Yeah. Of course,
he can take a shot better than he can, bro. That's just what it boiled down. Make sure the thumbs up button for your boy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When Amir Khan said to Kell Brook's like, I remember in the amateurs we're in the room together. I don't
even want to talk about that. I want to go down there.
Amir's a funny dude, bro. But I'm surprised that Kell Brook never came after him. Like, AJ really smashed. AJ brought pipe to Kell Brook to Amir Khan's wife, and he never brought that up. Like, what's good with him?
Oh yeah, I would have brought that up, bro.
I would have brought that. It never happened.
Hey, CJ, we mentioned money earlier in terms of Deontay Wilder. I'm saying I think that he left money on the table when you go back and you look at that $120 million deal that was turned down by Al Haymon.
He can't leave money, but you can't take. Well, y'all gotta understand everything they do in the square circle. Al has to sign off on it, bro.
I know. All I'm saying is this: Al didn't go back. They could have got $175 million, but where I'm going with this is twofold. One, all of the people who love Al Haymon so much, and they talk about how great a businessman he was. You mean to tell me he didn't value Deontay Wilder enough to say, look, give him $25 million. to fight this tune-up on the zone, and we want to guarantee 150 to fight AJ. And we got
Adrian Broner on Queen's Flip told you who Al Haymon was.
I know.
It is what it is.
And then on top of that, when you talk about leaving money on the table,
I'm gonna go take a step deeper, bro. He left that dude. I don't know. That'll take a step deeper. He left an avenue on the table. He could have used Wilder to get fight dates on his own, bro.
Hello.
Keep in mind as well. Wilder's his number one fighter. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Wilder's his number one fighter. Wilder was putting all the views in with that stuff. Regular TV, whatever. Wilder was their number one fighter. He should have backed Wilder more.
I bet you look at
this.
It
always felt like with Wilder.
But you have to understand, Al Haymon is not a dumb guy. He understood Wilder is not someone who's willing to train. He's not listening to a guy that has the same frame as him and can help him get better. So at the end of the day, you can only deal with
He should have fought these dudes earlier before that even happened.
But at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder could have fought Vladimir Klitschko. They didn't believe in him because but at the end of the day, why was that? He was not skilled. Let's go back to why CJ said, Deontay Wilder had tough fights. I don't agree. Deontay Wilder made those fights tougher than what it was because he wasn't professional enough. He wasn't making the strides to improve his skills. So he made fights harder than what it had to be.
It is what it is.
His best boxing performance was against the first one.
Yeah, that was a good boxing performance, but
you know something about that performance? Notice how he didn't gas out and he fought at that consistent high tempo the whole time.
Because he listened to once he listens to Mark Breland, I ain't gonna hold you. If Deontay Wilder listens to Mark Breland, Anthony Joshua, you in some shit. You in some real shit.
That's one.
I'm an AJ.
That's two. That's two right there. That's two right there.
I'm an AJ fan, so I understand that. But one thing, the thing I can always trust with AJ, he's going to listen to his corner, good, right, or bad. So at the end of the day, we have a more coachable and manageable and cerebral athlete that is willing to, work on his mistakes and get better. Deontay Wilder wasn't like that. It's not humility. It's just somebody being cerebral.
Wilder has a massive ego. Wilder one of those people he thinks he knows more than the trainer type of ego.
And mind you, bro, he started boxing at 19 years old. I don't know what something is wrong with these people, but hey, it is what it is, bro.
Let me catch up on some comments. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Wilder gets my respect. Robin says a lot of these said Brian thinks so. I better not pick Khan. Team Crawford can't fix Khan's chin. Brian is laughing. Mark Breland still needs an apology. Facts. Mr. Shelton say AJ is levels above Wilder. Let's be honest.
I can't say that.
I don't know. I would pick Wilder over AJ, but AJ fight would really show us how much the Fury fights changed Wilder. Who AJ beat for those 3 belts? AJ Wilder, not a damn 50. AJ knows Wilder. I mean, at this point, we don't know what's left for Wilder left, bro. You're assuming. You don't know how much left what Wilder got left in the tank. Hold on. He said, I can't join the guy that beat him is pretty weak. Remember a fight night when you used to fight Fight Night Champ used to beat somebody on the come up and they used to be your sparring partner, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Glass jaw versus glass eye. Wilder never beat an elite fighter. There's levels to sports and Wilder have never shown to compete. Who was AJ beat who was elite, bro?
That's true.
Alexander Povetkin.
I mean, it's like he's not. Povetkin was not elite at that point, bro. Like I would say, the only elite fighters that was around. I mean, you're gonna say Vladimir Klitschko was elite. I'm fine with that. Only ones that's around that's elite, in my opinion, is Usyk.
And we can't disrespect the Klitschko win because you got to remember Tyson Fury pulled out that rematch.
I don't even about to go down that avenue. But we already know
wants to say anything about that, bro.
But the elite fighters at heavyweight is Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko in his time, and Alexander Usyk.
And your boy Dylan what?
And you know another thing.
That's your boy. Hold on. That's your boy.
With your man Wilder is this. Wilder at this point in time, because he know not only is his value a bit declined, him seeing that the fact that Al ain't gonna get him $25 million to fight bums no more, man.
Let me say this.
That's his fault though.
If anything,
He
Wilder's stock went up because of how much heart he showed.
I mean, I don't know, man. I said I put some pictures up of Wilder, but I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's subjected to what an elite fighter is, bro. Like I said, there's like a handful of elite fighters in heavyweight division, bro. Calypso to be fired. Let me kind of catch up a little bit. Kell Brook does not have no damn. But he does have a bigger frame. He's right. He do have a 54-60 frame. Now, does he have the feet and athleticism to compete? He has the frame, bro. He's a big guy, bro. That's a fact. I definitely
do 6'1".
No, he ain't 6'1", but he got a big frame.
No, he's not. He's like 5'9",
bro. He's talking about the frame. You know what I'm saying? How you look at the frame is like a car. It's the outer. You know what I'm saying? His frame is a big frame. I'm not sure.
That dude is big, bro. Like when I remember the Carson Jones fight. When he was at 47, he went life and death with him. At 150, he beat that boy like he stole something. So I know what Kell Brook can do. Like, you got to remember, we can say whatever you want about Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin was getting knockouts like that in the amateurs. Gennady Golovkin knocked out Lucian Bute before anybody with headgear. Let's not play these games like Gennady Golovkin some slouch. He's not.
He is. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm not going there tonight. But he did knock out Bute. You can watch that for yourself. So hold on. Khan put a rehydration clause on Brook too. I mean, he the A side, bro.
Contract.
Wait,
what? It's a rehydration clause in the contract?
I don't know. That's what Zion said. I don't know. He said his own deal.
Metro, he doesn't want to get knocked out because he understands. Brook wants to kill this man. He don't want to die.
But you know you can't fight too emotional.
I don't know. I think emotionally. Kell. I mean, depending on how Kell Brook is with the weight and how you make the weight. I think emotionally.
Brownies.
I think Amir Khan is more on alert for him being emotional than he is.
Amir Khan, yeah, he's naturally an emotional fighter, but the problem is Kell Brook hasn't been able to make Amir Khan be emotional because Amir Khan's very emotional when it comes to people trash talking him. Kell Brook is that one dude that he just has the gift of the gab against. When Amir Khan has never had that.
I just think.
Khan get caught with something crazy, I'm telling you, it's going to be ugly because Kell Brook is going to want to put him in a box.
Okay, let me. Like I said before, Amir like Khan don't have power himself.
Khan fight more of emotion. He fight more on emotion. When he fight more when he get confident, he go from confident to overconfident to super duper overconfident.
Yeah, if his hand speed ain't there, Amir Khan's done.
Yeah, let me read some comments. He said, CJ, you ask when people stop demanding the good matches, but you're looking at it from a perspective of boxing. The problem is boxing is kind of popular. You see how bad these pay-per-views are. I mean, even from a business standpoint, if your pay-per-views is bad and you got a fight that you can, you say, you know what, man, if this fight hit, the first time, the next fight, we'll show y'all love on the back end. Or, what I'm saying? Like, that's what Bob Arum told Dillian White. He said, well, Dillian White, he wants so much money. He wants money to promote the fight. And I'm saying is, look here, Dillian, once we make money on the back end, we'll pay you extra money if we make money. Like I said before, man, like, at the end of the day, man, if you start for popularity, then you got to make the best fights on a regular basis, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with losing.
I was looking at the Ring magazine of the 90s middleweights, and it went from Julian Jackson all the way down to Jared McClellan. The only person who was undefeated in that was James Toney, and he had 2 draws around that time. Mike McCallum. Subu Kalimbe, all of them had losses and no one cared, bro. We have to blame Floyd on that because everybody will say, oh my God, Floyd has this flashy lifestyle. I'm undefeated. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And CJ, we're talking about, Canelo can run free because black fighters ain't fighting black fighters. Canelo's doing that because, hey, we smart because we've seen how the black fighters have been doing the Mexicans historically. Greasy. So let these black fighters.
When you don't bang, bro, like you don't produce it's no popularity without a medal.
I feel you, but understand this. Canelo's gonna fight guys jaded, guys who went through wars. Let's keep it above.
if Demetrius Andrade and Charlo fight, and it's a tough fight, he's going. If say Demetrius Andrade wins, he's fighting him.
He's gonna do a shit right there. When Marvin Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe, you seen that?
So do you get any wins off that, bro? Really? How do you get?
They should have been for. All I'm saying is, man, black fighters can create their own momentum. They can create their own hotbeds. Just fight each other, bro.
Bro, you have to understand when you have LDBC factions out like that, and when black people want to play on your blackness and everything, that's what happens.
Once, man, come on, no people want to be a part of what Fury and Wilder had. That atmosphere,
They don't
want
the damage of what that fight gonna give you.
That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, you only fight once or twice a year. How much damage can you take?
You got to realize a lot of these guys. I mean, let's be honest. Boxing, you got guys who sign these contracts, man, and they're basically gonna take whatever is given to them because they figure, look, whether they were a medalist or not, they just figure, okay, I can do this, and then I can make some money. And look at the Charlos. The Charlos were they? I don't think that they were medalists in the Olympics, were they?
No, they were not. They were. One of them was an alternate, I believe. He turned and chose to go pro.
All I'm saying is that if you're talking about guys getting together and really having some kind of block, they're gonna have to think about all of that. That's gonna have to be thought out all the way across the board, because the reality of it is that you got guys who basically figure, okay, I'm gonna sign this contract. If they sign it with Aaron gonna give them, $250,000, $350,000 bonus up.
And Aaron gonna put you in tough just to see if you top rank quality, because if Aaron believes in you, he's gonna put you in there with some really tough fighters. Like, let's look at it. Floyd fought people like Carlos Jarena. Floyd fought people like Angel Manfrey on his way up. He didn't fight slouches on his way up. That's what top rank produce.
And peep game about Mexican fighters is this, because we see this with Haymon Munguia. Haymon Munguia ain't fought nobody. He's 38. No, he's been protected. But if you look at a lot of the Mexican fighters, they've been in wars at 118, 122, 126. Some of them, barely make it to 130.
Telemundo. What's the other one? Boxia.
Once you had wars, you done. Once you had 1 or 2 wars in boxing, bro, even if you got the potential to go up, you done.
Man, once you start looking at
Haymon might have a tough fight tomorrow.
Yeah, he fell out.
Yeah.
But my thing is, people put emphasis on wars, bro. You young. That's what we do. You gotta have those fights, man. If you don't have, that's like going to be an astrophysicist. You don't have the resume, you don't have the education, bro. You sitting here, you gonna have wars regardless. Once you're not fighting 3 or 4 times a year, bro, and your body got to keep, kicking into overdrive and cut the weight, bro. The biggest war is the weight.
Look, let me show you something, CJ.
An activity.
Look at Gabe Flores Jr. He went into that fight, and that dude beat the brakes off of him. And he refused to change his style in the fight, and the father would not throw in the towel. And
Gabe didn't want him to he didn't want to quit either. Gabe said, no, what we doing?
That's them. I met them in Vegas. That's mutual. But my thing is, but you need that, bro. Without resume, bro. You need that to get fans. You need tough fights. You need classic fights. You need wars to get you fans.
I know you need 1 or 2, but I'm saying,
man, you need as many as you can get, bro. If you fight once or twice a year, bro, people not gonna remember. What you gonna remember a nigga based off of, bro? Any fight.
I hear you.
I'll go one for Gary Russell.
I mean, unless you coming in with like Canelo with a built-in fan base, like AJ with a built-in fan base, like Amir Khan with bro, if you like, whatever, if you ain't co-signed by Floyd or somebody like that, bro, these dudes don't have classics.
No, but CJ, that's because the UK at the moment are building their fighters better than
they are. They
Yeah,
are,
they
bro.
are.
They are. You have to have a masterful performance. You have to bang, man. If you don't bang,
I
none
hear
of
you,
that.
CJ. All I'm saying is, think about this. Look at Gabriel Flores Jr. and he fighting at what 118, 122. By the
126.
time, if I
122, my bad. Is it 22?
Okay, he fighting at 122. I bet you by the time,
30.
if he makes it to 135,
He had 30. He had 30. 130.
Okay, he had 30. He ain't gonna make it to 147. Let's be clear about that.
Yo,
His
bro,
ceiling is gonna be
make it
140.
to the top of the cream of the crop at 30, bro. Let's keep it.
I
Really
mean, 30 is a
above.
good division too. Jamil
At all.
Herring, Colbert.
Imagine Jermell Herring versus Gabriel Flores. That I don't want to see that.
But at the end of the day,
Right.
bro, I mean, he just got to figure it out, bro. He could easily get with somebody else and figure it out. That kid lost too. That beat Shakur in the Olympics. He building himself back up with Vizio. So I mean, it is what it is, bro.
I'm just saying to you that when you look at this is you gotta have tough fights, but you ain't gonna be able to boxing the toll that it takes on you, not just physically but also mentally. Man, some of these cats, it's a war of attrition. Some of these guys ain't gonna make it. They just ain't.
It happens, man, in sports, man.
As it is. They thought Fernando Guerrero's though, man. I'm reading a lot of deep. He's talking a lot of deep.
But what's the name? Dennis Zukas had the losses before he became a champion.
Yeah. I mean,
same with Pacquiao had the Brazilian losses.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins lost his first part of the debut, but help me talk to this. Let me read these comments. Gary Russell Jr. situation made me like well, there's one out. I heard they said it was Gary Russell. Just price yourself out. Whoever got the background noise, mute you out. Come back when you're ready. Wilder left 120 million on the table. Absolute DeBella. The zone did admit to messing up that deal. Laughed my butt off. Taking any and step aside money, not to fight. So there's a reason Wilder avoided elite. What elite fighters did Wilder avoid, bro?
Yeah,
there's only Klitschko. There was only Klitschko. There was only eventually Fury, and there was now Usyk. That's it, bro.
Yeah, look at CJ.
Hold on. Joseph Parker is not elite. Charles Martin is not elite. Who else
they had belts at that time. They had belts.
That doesn't make you elite, though.
Bro, at the end of the day, if you're a
champion, that does not mean. I'm not gonna let you say that, bro. That does not make you elite, bro. What if Mick Collin get a belt the way he fighting? They find a way to give him. Is he elite, bro? Tevin Farmer had a belt, for God's sake, bro.
Tevin Farmer's not a bum, bro. Tevin Farmer can fight.
No, I said elite. He's not elite. 95% of the title holders in boxing from I'm gonna say 30 on up are not elite, bro.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. He said elite. Them niggas not elite.
Did Makabu have a belt?
Who?
Makabu, the guy, cruiser.
Yeah, Makabu, like majority of these dudes, like he's saying elite. Fine. If you want to say title holder, he fought champions. Even though I consider them title holders, I'm fine with that, bro. Andy Ruiz wasn't no slob. When you say elite, you talking about cream of the crop. Elite is not. I'm a 4 or 8 or 6 of the title holders. Like if you look at, would you consider George Kambosos elite? Absolutely not.
There's not that many elite fighters, to be honest.
Like Charlo. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you look at divisions, there's not really that many elite.
Yeah,
fighters.
It's like Jermell Charlo. Even though he had debatable with Castano, he's. I look at him as a champion, bro. Like this, it's an opinion. I look at him as a champion. Canelo had all the belts. He didn't fight the number 1 guy in Benavidez. Okay, it is what it is, bro. But he said, "What's your thoughts?"
Was a champion.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? What's up fights outside of Fury and Ortiz? I mean, like I said before, the Spilka fight, he was losing that fight.
To be honest, man, he slept Brazil faster than AJ did.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a tough fight.
AJ beat Brazil down, bro.
Wilder destroyed him still.
But you have to understand, styles make fights. Like I knew Wilder was going to do.
I'm not saying AJ was hoping.
His brother slept him. Didn't his brother sleep him at the hotel?
Yeah,
Paul.
Oh, he slept him. He slept him.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
His brother tried to sue him. He tried to sue him. You know, they had that whole beef. What car was that? It was some waterfall.
Was that the fight when Wilder fought like in Alabama?
Yeah, and like I'm not clear about what happened, but I think that's what made Marcelo start boxing. I can knock out a heavyweight. Yeah, he sued because he said his family was there and all types of stuff, bro. But let's move on, okay? Real quick. I'm gonna knock out some more comments. We'll end off on Jaron. And if you put in Jaron in suspense, and this was come up hilarious. So they arguing. So I seen Kell Brook in person. he does not have a 160-pound frame. To me, I haven't seen him in person. He definitely does, bro. Like, what's a 60-pound frame? Like Golovkin's not the biggest guy in the world neither, bro. But
let me tell you this about what Sean Porter said about.
let me catch up on these comments, bro. They arguing. Make sure thumbs up button. He said Khan lets his hands go without regard for being defensive. Somebody with Khan skill set has no IQ. I agree. He said Andy versus AJ second fight. AJ held every side inside. I mean, that's what you got to do, man. Andre Ward used to hold people too inside. I'm gonna read these comments. Hold on, I'm reading these comments. Yo, doesn't White have one more day to sign it? He gonna sign in at the last minute, bro. True Khan tendencies overextend his combination, stay in the mix too long has been his Achilles heel. Will be tested between Khan's chin and Kale's skin, which will give out. I mean, we'll see. What if neither one give out? Boxing tends to go the opposite way, man. Yeah, it might go 12, bro. I'm gonna pull up the odds at the end. Lies Canelo would not fight Andrade if he beats Charlo. If he had a war. If he would have a war, if you see him slowing down, bro, he might do. He's an opportunist. Floyd was an opportunist. I ain't got no issue saying that, bro. I ain't got no issue, bro. I mean, come on, you know why that didn't happen. Don't call Canelo. He didn't fight Lara neither. He was his manager. Don't call Canelo a duck. He's a golden goose. Hold on. You got your TV. You turn the TV off. Kell Brook wins by low blow. He says, "I'll be back." I think I parked in the puddle. Maybe turn into ice. Oh, yeah. There's a whole bunch of ice out there. When you at True CJ, you got to have real scouts to build the resume to put your bro. How you think Jaime got a fucking following? Probably on Telemundo. You ever watch Telemundo? Fire, bro. It's like the best boxing you ever watch, bro.
Bro, they really fight. They really throw hands.
Man, that's an understatement. And the commentary is gold. I don't even know what they be saying. Whoa, my God, they be like, bro. I used to watch that all the time. Parker's a solid. He been Tyler Eddie and Metro in his career. Can't say Wilder ducktail. Well, yeah, he jumped out the drug testing. That's what happened with Wilder. Yeah, they said Joseph Parker the brick man too. Man, I see Joseph Parker. I might get fronted 5. Look, mate. You come back with my 500,000.
Chill. The fact is always on.
I ain't selling no bricks, man. That's allegedly what they say. It's probably only 5% of champions in boxing that are elite. What's up, Solid Child? But yeah, man. For the most part, I showed y'all that. I don't
like what Sean Porter said. Yo, bro, you were fighting, you were talking all this stuff. Oh, we're giving him praise now. He's under. Yeah, that's corny.
You 10 episodes ago, but go ahead.
But that's corny, B. Like I haven't.
Did you hear it in this context? Did you hear it do you hear it in this context, or do you hear a clip, or you read it?
I heard a clip. Can you give me?
But that's what you have to see it in its total context, bro. Basically, with the he was just tired of the fans saying he gonna whoop everybody. He said, let him fight. That's pretty much what it was. It wasn't that everybody gonna take everything in a negative light because negativity sell. He wasn't saying from a jab or a chin or whatever type of aspect. He was saying from the point of view where the fans say, Jaron Ennis versus Errol Spence. He had smashed Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford. He said, damn.
One thing I understand is nuance. If Jaron Ennis can't get the fights that he's getting, how are we going to call him?
But that wasn't his motivation, bro. That was not where he was coming from. The guy, this panel was saying, well, boot smash. I forget who they said. They said it was a fighter. Boot smash him easy. He was like, man, he overrated, bro. Every time y'all say he fight, a hypothetical, he smashed. He said, damn, let him fight. He basically saying the fans overhyping him. And that's where it's becoming, you know what I'm saying, him being, but that's how it going boxing though. Errol Spence had the same hype. At the same time, how many other fighters we seen? Matisse had the same hype. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody had that hype before. So I get him. He was frustrated because every time they brought up opponent on the show, he'll smash me, smash. You hear the fans, saying he'll smash him, Especially
the dudes from Philly,
Yeah, that's boxing though, bro. And now the things that the stuff that you hear in Philly now is becoming infectious. Like I said, they got Kobe got mad because I put Ennis over Jaron over Ugas. That's my opinion. I'm projecting a little bit, but I believe he real, man. I really do believe Jaron Ennis is one of the best fighters, bro. I could be wrong. We seen before like guys come out there with a lot of hype, and unfortunately for Cotto, he never got opportunity to manifest his hype because Antonio Margarito, that's messed up. You know, so yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro.
But what do you mean? Cotto beat some real scouts,
Yeah,
bro.
but he didn't
No, I'm
he
talking
didn't get a chance.
about that fight took a lot out of him, man. He wasn't the
Yeah, but
same after that.
Yeah, but he just never got a chance. Like he should have been. Him and Floyd should have been fighting at 47. You see what I'm saying?
But Floyd understood how powerful that dude was. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You gotta understand, yo. One of my good boxing friends, Titus Williams, boxer, right? He was at Floyd Mayweather's gym, and he said, like, yo, bro. Floyd said after that fight, he felt like retiring. That's how painful boxing Miguel Cotto was. Yo, you got to remember, at 140, people, at 140, people did not want to fight him. Like, let's keep it a buck. If Ricky Hatton fought Miguel Cotto at 40, you think he's fighting Floyd Mayweather? Bro, Ricky Hatton.
He probably would have had a chance because Cotto was way drained, but Cotto at 47, Zab, Shane,
I'm telling you this. If the Cotto that fought Paulie Malignaggi at 140 hurts. I mean, hurts badly. Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton went life and death.
But the thing about it was he was a guy that he got dropped a lot at 42 because he couldn't make the weight. He probably ended up beating Ricky Hatton, but the best Cotto was at 47, and we was robbed of potentially him being greater than what he was at than what he got opportunity to be.
Yo,
he was robbed of that, bro.
CJ, what I was gonna say earlier was there's actually a clip of Amir Khan doing the workout with Bomac, and Bomac looked frustrated as hell, man.
You can find that, send that to me. But like I said before, you know, like I said, you know, Jaron Ennis is actually closing in on being 1 and 3 mandatories for Errol Spence, which I will elaborate on that pretty soon. And in this poll, Marcos Villegas, he's a Fight Hub TV on YouTube. He feel like I feel sometimes. Like, man, I just want to you know, pack up and sell. My memory said that sometimes, sell my channel sometimes. I said, yeah, you do get frustrated. But he had 19,000 votes, and out of the 19,000 votes, 46% of the people want to see Crawford fight Jaron Ennis. And all that, you know, and that pretty much is manifest. And then also the poll is Jaron Ennis versus who watch as Ennis response to Porter's comment. So, you know, 24% got retired Porter, 19% by Errol Spence, and 11% got Dennis Ugas. I just picked where Dennis Ugas had to be random. And my thing is, bro, like, bro, he's closing in on being Errol Spence's mandatory, bro. And that's a fact. He's one of 3 guys that could be ordered to fight Spence, from Keith Thurman jumping outside of the top 40 to be number 3. I already explained that. To Stayonis and Rashad Batabuev fighting, which Stayonis took a step aside deal to fight, so they're going to be a mandatory. Custio Clayton fight Jaron Ennis April 9th on the Lubin and Fondor card. I like that fight. Yeah. People complaining about that. He'll fight Custio Clayton to beat Errol Spence's mandatory. We know IBF don't play. And Virgil Ortiz is fighting Michael McKisson March 19th, same day as Charlo fight was supposed to be, in 10-20 minutes away in LA, to produce a mandatory for Crawford. So once you look across the board, you know, if Errol Spence is gonna hang around, either it's gonna be Bud, which we already talked about, or he's gonna have to defend versus something. And he's openly said he would give Jaron Ennis a shot. He said that. So I mean,
that sounds good, bro. That sounds
yeah, dude. I'm just saying. So
it sounds good.
But like I said before, this is just where we at with it. And now people saying that and now it's a push for Ennis to fight Bud. But what happened to the size of the streets?
Right.
Jaron Ennis is on Showtime, bro.
Facts.
Why Spence ain't gonna stay and fight him? Nobody want to see the Keith Thurman fight, bro. That shit is old. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I ain't gonna lie, I don't mind seeing it, but come on. What y'all want to see? Errol Spence versus Keith 30,000 pay-per-views, or you want to see Errol Spence versus Boots?
What if Errol Spence gets slumped by Keith? Keith just slump him. Just take him out completely.
Oh my God, the LDBC would be mad.
That's worse than him losing to Crawford. By far, that's worse than him losing to Crawford.
You know,
It still looks like Keith.
that happens, man.
What if we get Ugas? If Ugas beats him by some miracle, oh my goodness, man!
Boy, it is all over.
That would be.
It's gonna be the eye injury excuse.
Yeah, well, hey, let it. It'll be what it is. But then Al will have to make a decision. Like, okay, well, Ugas
people lose their eye every day, B. People lose their eye every day. B, you be tough, right? You tough, right?
That's right. Yo, that's what Uncle Bert was saying. Yo, you tough, right?
Yo, you know what's funny? Random thought about that. You remember when your mom said that he's not your friend? That's a perfect example of like, yo, that dude's not your friend. How you get shot in your head? How you get shot in your head? And you say, yo, people get shot every day. B, you be all right. You tough,
You
right?
be all right. You ain't lying, bro.
Yo, bro, that's not my friend no more, bro. I would have bumped on him like, yo, bro, I got shot right in my head, and you gonna say that to me so coldly and nonchalantly? Get out my hospital.
Yo, Chris, listen to Conway the Machine talk about the dude shooting him in the head.
Yeah, bro. La Máquina de Conway. Máquina, bro. I think he's the best rapper in hip hop right now, bro. Ball for ball. But that's just
send me some of his stuff. I like to hear it. But like I said,
what?
Oh, Conway from
Griselda.
From Griselda. Yeah, I like him. I like Benny Butcher too.
Everybody say Benny better than Conway. No, I love Benny, but it's Conway then Benny. Conway's a fool, bro.
What's the other one? Any three of them?
Westside Gun.
Westside Gun. I like him too.
Westside make better have better beats, but in terms of rapping, he's not on Conway or Benny's level at all.
Wes is the mastermind behind it all, though.
Man, he's a genius, man. I respect him wholeheartedly. He's a genius. Right. But bar for bar, Conway, man, like the things he said, bro. Like I can't wait for his next album off of Shady.
Yeah, make sure it's a thumbs up button. But he says Zab said Cotto hit like bricks.
I can imagine, bro. Like what he did to Victor.
When he was going to the body, remember Cotto used to go to the body.
That's when he was with his uncle. That's when he was training with his uncle.
Violently, some of them left hooks to the body, like at 140. I remember he Cesar Bazan with a left hook to the body. I said, "Oh, nah, that's not nice." And bro, I remember his left hook used to just really disrupt people's whole rhythm and everything. Like, you ever hit someone like boom, and everything they try to do to stop, and they mentally froze because you really hit me that hard? No, like I'm watching Cotto. Yep, I'm watching Cotto at 140, bro. Cotto was just an animal, bro. Like big, strong, making you miss. His jab was a right hand, bro. He's throwing left hooks to the body. Like, he's just beating people down. Like, bro, Cotto retired like 5 people, bro. Like, people don't realize Cotto was so destructive that people had to retire after fighting him because it was not medically safe for them to fight. Like, I don't think people understand. I can understand why Margarito fought him with bricks, because I know Margarito had a great chin, but he was taking some punishment before the plaster, solidified, because Cotto was dancing around him and hitting him at will.
I mean, it's what it is, but he definitely was a machine, bro. Definitely was a machine. But I mean, like I said, though, get back on topic about them putting boots on Crawford. I mean, shit, if that's what they offer Crawford, I mean, you might have to let you take it, but you go up and try to chase Charlo, it's the same issue. Do PBC believe Charlo?
I think Charlo will fight him, though. One thing about Charlo,
it's not about Charlo, but where Al Haymon play, because it make him look bad if you go up and fight Charlo, and then he don't get and Spence don't fight him. Look, and then think about from this aspect too. If he go up and fight Charlo, and Terence Crawford get the belts, do you just jump over? Do Spence jump over 54 and fight him and fight at 60? Because he had to go through Terence Crawford.
Let me tell you this, Terence Crawford. I love Terence Crawford, bro. I love him. I respect him as a fighter. I respect him as a man. He does not beat Jermell Charlo at all. You can box him all you want. I don't think he got the power to hurt Charlo at all. He's a strong guy. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. I think Charlo, for him to hurt Charlo, I think Charlo stay close to outstanding his welcome at that weight class. And the thing about Charlo, you don't need power to keep Charlo off of you. Charlo gonna come at you. Wow, you need to counter him. And can he take his shot? The power won't be an issue. Charlo gonna give you shots. You just got to be able. Can you take the shot? And I'm not sure he could take Charlo's shot, bro.
And I'm
look at John Jackson. Look at John Jackson, bro.
If Bud beat Ortiz or Ennis, you think Spence is running now? Dude, he gonna be airlifted. Yo, a spaceship is gonna take that man away.
He gonna be airlifted to Bellevue Hospital, bro.
Yo, airlifted. Yo, that man is gonna be on. Yo, that man is gonna be doing time travel because he listen. He already shook from what Crawford did to Porter. You beat one of them dudes, and I'm telling you, if it's Virgil Ortiz and he parks Virgil Ortiz in Texas, dude. He's never gonna get the fight.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that he's not going to get the Jermell fight because they have plans on Fondora, Lubin.
I'm with you.
You know, they have plans for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you, CJ. Charlo might be overstaying his welcome at 54.
Of course.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
You can see it, bro. If you actually look at Rosario is a certified puncher, but you see like he not reacting to he not taking the punches as well as he once did, bro.
At all. You know,
it's not like
Brian Castano don't hit that hard, and he buckled him. He buckled him.
You know how to beat Charlo, bro. You walk to him. And you just step to him, bro. No matter if it's Derrick James, Ronnie Shields, you step to him, bro. That's how you beat him. You know, now Crawford can try to, counter him and keep moving and use his legs. Yeah. But anytime you let somebody like Charlo get on the front foot, bro, he's dangerous, bro. So you really gotta step to Charlo and establish that early. Once you step to Charlo, you create confusion. Castano's all wrong for him. But the thing about Castanos is most people don't think he can build off of what he did, but he can. He can utilize that jab a lot more. He can utilize body work a lot more. So
he can throw more straight punches. He can come in the door jab and finish off with that like basic boxing. 1, 2, 3 and roll under touch to the body.
Listen, they gonna call Crawford beat either I think Crawford beat Spence. Even though some people may think otherwise, it's 50-50 fight. But if he were to beat Spence or if he beat Charlo, they're gonna call that man the PBC killer, and he will be bruh. They're gonna call the FBI on Terence Crawford. Come on, man.
I think the floodgates will open up for him if he did that, bro. I think they start feeding him fighters. He'll get older.
But if I'm him. If I'm him,
I get out of Dodge, bro. If I get Charlo and Spence, I get out of Dodge. Ain't no point in hanging around.
You don't fight both of them. You beat one of them.
I mean, shit. If you do stick around, you go for undisputed twice. I mean, what if Castanos win? What if fight Tim Tszyu? What up, Marcus, bro?
Man, what up, CJ, man? I'm just catching the chat. I had to chime in, man, because I'm hearing some bullshit in the goddamn chat, man.
Well, go ahead.
Man,
hold on. We keep the cussing to the minimum. I'll be fine. You go ahead.
I got you. Much. I respect that. CJ. But I'm hearing Earl ducking. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? But what killed me about Crawford fans, man, CJ, and correct me if I'm wrong. Why Earl got to do everything and Bud ain't got to do nothing but Earl ducking? I don't get that.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't know if he's saying per se ducking. Crawford did say he was not ducking. He did just say that he does want to fight, but the politics is keeping the fight from happening. But he also said that they told him that he wanted to clean up his side of the street. And he said that he's the type of person that want to cut the head off the snake, whatever the hell he said. So I think he would like to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would have no issue fighting Keith Thurman or fight one of the guys who are taking the Ugas, but it's the principle. Once the dude get 3 belts, it's business. It ain't no 50-50. Ain't no 60-40. You lucky if it's 70-30, 80-20. I got 3 belts. What can you do?
Man, Earl going for that fight next. And this is just seeing Earl move around the city. Earl a real one, man. And I don't think he's gonna, I don't think he's gonna come at Bud and disrespect the man as far as on the money side. He's gonna be fair as can be. He ain't gonna stick it to him like that. But my
He might.
thing
Who
is,
knows? Who knows?
nah.
Go ahead.
My thing is with Bud Crawford fans, man. Like, and I'm a fan of the fight game first and foremost. Now, I am a big Errol Spence fan, and I respect Crawford's skill set. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the sport, so I love to watch Bud fight. But if you ask me who win that fight between the two, I'm gonna say Earl, and I got my reasons why. But Crawford fans, I always say, no, I hear Bernie on all these different platforms, man. Oh, Earl ducking, he don't want to fight. Okay, but if Earl ducking, I want Terence Crawford fans to explain to me and tell me something. Have Bud ever made an offer? Earl got to do everything, and if Earl ain't doing something, he's ducking. But have Bud or his camp made an offer to get the fight?
Well, Bob Arum said he reached out. So I mean, of course, Bob Arum did because he would like to keep his fighter. But at this point, he's a free agent. He would have to sign. He would have to sign over there, and we got to wait and see.
Earl said himself. Earl said he went and sat down with Top Boy, and he told Bob. So this how you know Earl ain't ducking. They went and sit down and told him what it's gonna take to make the fight.
And you know what the number is? They saying he won't. $20 million. That's the number they said he won't. So it is what it is, bro. If they fight, they fight. They don't, they don't. I mean, he gonna move up, and I think he gonna go after the Fondor Lubin winner. That's what I think he gonna do. Who knows what Crawford won't? Yeah.
Earl ain't even 147 without.
You crazy? What if the money if they don't want to pay the nigga? What can they do?
Yeah, that'll be bad. That'll be bad for both of them, man. Because I like both of them guys as fighters, man.
Shit, they probably got the money. They probably got the money. Who knows? But you know, Crawford gonna want to get paid like the champion he is, or Spence gonna want to get. But they fight. They don't. But I do believe. Crawford said he do believe they gonna fight. So we gotta take him at his word.
And this is my thing before I jump off with you fellas, man. They can't say the money ain't there. Because if you can offer Canelo $50 million just for a Charlo fight, and then come back and say $80 million for Charlo better be there and do whatever else, like they can't say the money not there, man.
I agree with that, bro. I definitely agree with that, man.
PBC got to cut the bullshit, the bull crap. They can't say the money ain't there, man. If you gonna chuck all this money at Canelo, come on, man. As fans who've been loyal to the platform, you got to give us the fight that we want.
I definitely agree, bro.
But brother, you have to understand this. Everything is supply and demand. Everything works off of, this. Like, you have to understand, Canelo has a country behind him. Whether it's fair or wrong, he's going to command and garner a market value that they just don't have. And at the end of the day, I think black fighters are a lot more entertaining than Canelo. I think they do. They're a lot more skillful, but at the end of the day, what can you do if the Mexican fans are going to pay?
Go ahead, you got too much going on. Go ahead.
What are you going to do when the Mexican fans pay for everything? This is just basically supply and demand. Canelo is the supply, and people are demanding to see him. And it's unfortunate that they're going to pay him more than they're going to pay for Errol and Terence. But I'm telling you this: that's $100 million fight, man. Like both of them, that's life-changing sums of money that they should be garnering. But at the end of the day, what can you do when they want to play these games? And and at the end of the day, what he said was 100% correct. The PBC has not been fair to the core fan base that follow them through thick and thin. At the end of the day, we have to look at it like this. Canelo took some of Floyd's money allegedly to get the Caleb Plant fight. How come Floyd couldn't pay out these kids who look just like him? Because supply and demand.
Yeah, you got any other questions? I answer him. He said, "Real talk, Cotto underrated. If Cotto would have got Floyd pre-Margarito hands and plaster."
I don't think that. I think Floyd would have. Floyd.
It would have been closer, for sure.
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day, Floyd beats guys that come straight to him and have somewhat squared shoulders.
But Cotto was different though. Cotto had a little footwork too. When he was with his uncle, he was marvelous. He said what happened to Chris Colbert's opponent.
Roger Gutierrez allegedly got COVID. I don't know what that's about. I don't believe that.
Yeah, you got sick. Maybe he wasn't on weight. It is what it is. It's a title eliminator now. Bud closing the show on elite welterweights. He's got enough pop to get Mel respect. Mel have to fight a consistent discipline fight. Mel been too predictable. He won't catch Bud. I mean, his athletic. He's fast and predictable though. So anytime you got speed, bro.
But the thing is, Bud's been getting touched in every weight class. So if he get touched too crazy, I don't know.
But the thing about it is, when he fight guys that are a threat, he tightens it up though.
I feel you, but he got hit by Felix Diaz. He got hit by Kell Brook.
But that's what happened when you're gonna be offensive though. When you see him versus Victor Postol, he couldn't be touched, bro.
That is true.
I think he's the type of fighter that he can close the guard up. But the thing about it is, Charlo can punch through his guard.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Charlo is conditioned. One thing we know about, even if he didn't train versus Castanos, he still he didn't really jog on the back nine, dude. You know what I'm saying? He still was throwing heat.
What makes you think he didn't train against Castano? One thing about Jermell Charlo, I think he's a dedicated athlete.
Man,
irrespective of
that fight, he wasn't dedicated. I tell you that for sure.
How do you know? How you know?
I know. And he just had a newborn. He had a newborn. Yeah, in the 20 little all access, he had a newborn. Man, come on, that nigga wasn't training, bro. And I ain't saying that to take nothing away from Castano, but I just know for a fact he wasn't honed in on that fight, bro. Whatever his reasons was, neither one of them niggas been training. Mel, Jermell, neither one of them niggas been training, bro. He said, I'm confident in Bud beating Charlo. I ain't confident in that. I like Bud a lot, but shit, man. Y'all like Charlo, like you just go pick an apple off a tree, man. Shit. Doing all the heavy lifting. PBC got mass duck production plan on Bud. Keith finally been shamed into saying Bud name after doing 39 KOs. Desperation. Like TB got to drag them in, kicking and screaming. Yeah. Pigeon Mike Tyson salute. He said if Earl asked for $20 million, he don't want to fight. I mean, that's what it is. I don't know if that's true. I heard Bob say 9 or 10. He says, blame the fans. This is Mike Tyson, man, for not supporting. I mean, shit, you ain't gonna support bullshit. If you go to a restaurant, they give you a foul plate. You're not gonna keep going there, bro. You're gonna have your money.
If they give you a foul plate, you're gonna ask it, yo, this is not what I ordered. Can you give me what I ordered, or can I get a refund? You can't measure support on a pedestrian product or a bad product. It's just simple as that. People want you to support anything like, oh, I'm black, so you give me a whole heaping pile of garbage. Yeah. So
are you trying to buy a hoodie? Like it look like, are you trying to buy a hoodie? It look like you put magic marker on this hoodie. Well, it's a premier hoodie, man. $50.
$50. All right, cool. I'm cool. I'm not buying. Have a nice
Make sure I hit the thumbs up, but man, and make sure y'all rate me on Spotify. I appreciate that. Go back, check Cotto and Floyd again. Floyd was struggling with the jab. Cotto was out boxing. Floyd had to change it up to the high guard. Well, Cotto was kind of that's two different Cottos, bro. I'll say that. The Cotto at 47.
You got to remember, Cotto did not let not near left hook or uppercut to Floyd head. That's what
great fighters do. That's what great fighters do. They take that away.
So I'm telling you this: Floyd in any generation would have beaten Miguel Cotto. Only people I see Floyd not beating, like comprehensively not beating, Demetrius Andrade beats Floyd. I don't care what anybody says. Vernon Forrest beats Floyd. Tommy Hearns beats Floyd.
Terry Norris.
Julian Jackson beats Floyd.
But that's not his base weight class though. So you know what I'm saying.
But at 47, he don't be Sugar Ray Leonard. Not at all.
That's what he's playing either. I think he might be one of the greatest 30 pounders of all time.
Yeah, he's the best 130 pounder ever.
That's the 30 and 40, the greatest fake weight classes ever.
Yep, bro. But at 130, Floyd is the best super featherweight I've ever seen. Bro, he made boxing look easy. That is the toughest sport in the world. He made it look easy, bro. And he made it look easy against elite dudes, bro. I was watching Floyd's run at 130. That's like, damn, like it's that easy for you, bro. Like
he physically was on a different level back at that point. He physically,
yo, bro, he was doing people bad. Like I watched the Carlos Gerardo fight. I remember I think he hit him with a left uppercut and some type of combination. He just walked off. I was like, damn, like yeah.
He said GK Black said Bud said when you move up and fight bigger guys, you gotta get their respect quick, which is why he hasn't been moving around as much as welterweight. I mean, yeah, Floyd, he stopped fighting with a rhythm at 140. He started fighting more flat footed. He explained that Duran works Floyd. Yeah, Duran is top 5, bro. I mean, shit, that's top 5.
Duran works Floyd. So
yeah. Top 5. Top 5. I don't think it's out.
I love Duran, don't get me wrong, but at 35, Duran's going to have to work for that. Floyd ain't just going to give it up to Duran.
Bro, I mean, that's a good
Duran's
fight.
Duran's a beast at 35, but he ain't giving it up.
Pernell, that'd be a good fight. Pernell would be a good fight, though.
Pernell versus Duran? I think Pernell floats on Duran, bro.
Well, because the difference between him and Sugar Ray. Well, Sugar Ray Leonard, that's my favorite fight of his when he fought Duran the first time. That's his best fight in the loss. That until you lost don't mean nothing. Duran, Sugar Ray showed to get his hands dirty. Pernell didn't. We know Pernell can get his hands dirty. Pernell, people got this imagination that he was a hit though. Man, Pernell will walk you down, bro.
That's what he did to Hurtado, bro. Yo, I feel like, bro, that's the best comeback I've ever seen. Like outside of the Music City Miracle, I'm talking in sports, bro.
That dude could turn on the turbo jets, bro, for sure. He said, only challenge at Floyd 35 and below was Duran. Sweet Pea, Shane was a problem. Chavez might be a problem. At 30, I can't think of Joel Casamayor might have been a problem. So I mean, there's some guys there. Zuma Nelson, the Elastic Man, might have been a problem too. Aaron Pryor definitely would have been a problem.
Floyd doesn't beat Aaron Pryor at all. Not at all. Aaron too much. Aaron too man for him. Aaron too man for him, bro.
Aaron too man for everybody, bro. Aaron is the machoest fighter of all time. But I appreciate you for coming on, man. I might Thank you. Hold on, let's talk about. Hold on 1 second. I got some questions. I'm gonna look at the schedule tomorrow to give y'all an update. What's going on tomorrow? So hold on. Let's see what we got here. Tonight is Showbox. If you ain't already watching, Maguire built Dimitri Ballard. Maguire fainted at the weigh-in or some shit like that. You find it on YouTube.
He fainted at the weigh-in. Bro,
yeah, go look at his body, bro. Yeah, he should be allowed to fight. He drained. Khan and Brook tomorrow, and that's it. So Khan and Brook tops off tomorrow. So
that's not good, man. That's not good, man.
Yeah, there's no late night fights tomorrow.
I hope he's getting rehydrated. That's scary, man. I don't even like that.
Yeah, bro. He young. He might
be, bro.
Yeah, can't take Floyd over Duran. Floyd, still different fight, bro. He had a torn shoulder, bro. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Everybody came. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the way out. Make sure if you listen. Appreciate it.
I haven't been, able to get on the streams and everything because
I was doing solo stuff, but I send y'all links when I do it. But y'all go to Spotify. You can listen to this the next morning of, and all the rest of the live streams that I did. It's a bonus content on there about Brian Flores as well too. I do some more bonus content in the near future. Rate me on Spotify, Goodfella TV Podcast on Spotify, Goodfella TV Podcast on Anchor. Thumbs up the video on your way out. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.